Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Little Nug. This one's pretty cool, so let's jump straight into it. Hello, could I do nuggets, please? The other day, I was listening to a podcast, and I heard them mention the word lunatic. Yeah, I said lunatic. It was just a side reference because it was talking about werewolves. I thought that was kind of interesting, so I looked up the origin of the word lunatic. It comes from the Latin word lunaticus, Lunaticus. And in Latin, that word meant moonstruck. And the definition back then was affected with periodic insanity, dependent on the changes of the moon. So it really referred to epilepsy and madness, and those things were thought to be caused by the moon. The word lunatic was actually used in medicine way back in the 3rd and 4th centuries. Even Aristotle thought the moon induced certain things like bipolar disorder. And the main line of reasoning that I found for the moon having such intense effects was that during night times it was supposed to be dark, but there happened to be the moon, and this bright moon during dark times disrupted people's sleeping patterns, and apparently when you sleep less, you become bipolar. Actually, until the 1700s, it was still a common belief that the moon caused fevers, epilepsy, and other diseases. That was only like 300 years ago. People actually thought if the moon shined on you, you could become a lunatic and infected with these different diseases. One solution was to build thatched roofs on top of their houses that came down over their windows, so when the moon shone, they wouldn't be touched by the light. It's also interesting to think that the werewolf legend started because of all of this. As Aristotle mentioned, many people thought that the moon induced bipolar disorder, and that's basically the splitting of one person into two separate personalities. So when the moon is at its peak shining period, the full moon, it makes sense that people would feel the effects more intensely and become two personalities. One werewolf, one person. Now, I don't know the full history of the werewolf legends, but we'll save that for another Little Nug. Who actually knew that calling someone a lunatic meant that their actions and their weirdness was being influenced by the moon? I mean, does the moon really have such an effect on us? Probably not. But do we really know for sure? I mean, we probably do. But think about this. The moon dictates the tides. Humans are 80% water. Tides are made up of water. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, that's the Little Nug. Hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to share this wonderful lunatic knowledge with all your friends. We out.